Welcome in. Today we're doing something simple on the surface, but surprisingly deep once you listen for it. We're going to the supermarket.
And not in the pick up milk and leave way. More like, why does this place feel like a maze? Why am I suddenly debating between 6 kinds of oats? And how did I end up buying something I've never eaten before?
Exactly. The supermarket is one of the most ordinary places we go, but it's also a little theater of habits, emotions, marketing, culture, and time pressure.
So picture it. Automatic doors, a burst of air conditioning, bright lights, and immediately you're making decisions.
First decision, the cart or the basket.
And that decision is basically a prophecy. Basket says, I'm disciplined. Cart says, let's see what happens.
It's funny, but it's also real. The bigger the container, the easier it is to fill it without noticing. You don't feel the weight building up. You just keep placing things in until you hit checkout and wonder what happened.
Also, the entrance sets the mood. A lot of stores greet you with flowers or fresh produce.
Because it feels wholesome, fresh, colorful. You're thinking, I'm going to be the kind of person who eats citrus and leafy greens.
Then 2 aisles later you're arguing with yourself over chips.
Let's talk about the unspoken plan we all bring into the store. In your head, you have a list. Maybe literally on your phone, maybe just a vague idea like dinner stuff and snacks.
My list is always optimistic. It assumes I'll cook multiple structured meals like I'm running a small restaurant out of my apartment.
And the supermarket is the place where that optimism meets reality. You see the time. You remember your schedule. And suddenly convenience becomes a major value.
Convenience has an aisle now. Whole sections dedicated to you're tired, and we understand.
The deli counter, the rotisserie chicken, the pre-cut fruit, the bagged salads. It's not just food. It's time for sale.
And sometimes it's sanity for sale.
Let's slow down and walk through a few aisles together. Imagine you start with produce. The apples look perfect. You pick them up, turn them over, judge them like you're starring in a culinary competition.
We all do the little apple inspection ritual.
And right there, you meet the first big supermarket theme, choice overload. Do you want Fuji, Gala, Honeycrisp, Granny Smith? Organic or not? Bag or single? And that's just apples.
There's a version of me that thinks more options means more freedom. And then there's a version of me, standing in front of the apple wall, who wants someone to gently guide me into a decision.
Here's the thing. The supermarket makes you decide hundreds of tiny things. Even if you only buy 10 items, you made a lot of decisions to get there. Brands, sizes, flavors, prices, substitutions.
And decision fatigue is real. It's basically mental tiredness, and it can push you toward whatever is easiest, whatever is familiar, whatever is on sale at eye level.
Eye level is a huge deal. We like to believe we choose independently, but shelving is strategy. Premium products and popular brands are often placed where your eyes naturally land.
And the bargain stuff is down low, where you have to crouch like you're searching for hidden treasure.
Or up high where you need the wingspan of a basketball player.
Now, let's head to the cereal aisle. This aisle is like a bright, loud negotiation.
It's one of the clearest examples of the supermarket talking to you. The boxes have personalities. Some are playful. Some are athletic. Some are basically promising you a new you by Tuesday.
And the labels: high fiber, low sugar, whole grain, protein. Sometimes the front of the box feels like a resume.
A supermarket skill is learning to pause and ask, what am I actually buying this for? Is it breakfast? Is it a snack? Is it comfort? Is it for kids? Is it because I'm trying to be healthier? Because those are different jobs.
Okay, but now we're at the part where my willpower starts getting tested. The snack aisle.
The place where the air feels like treat yourself.
I always tell myself I'm just grabbing something for guests. And then I remember I am the guest.
Snacks are interesting because they're rarely about hunger. They're about mood, reward, routine. The supermarket sells feelings in very crunchy packaging.
And the variety is intense. Spicy, salty, sweet, sour, baked, fried, wavy, kettle cooked, limited edition.
Here's a small trick people use. Shop from a list and stick to it. Not because lists are magical, but because they reduce decision-making. If your list says snack, decide the type of snack before you enter this aisle. Otherwise, you'll be negotiating with 20 versions of yourself.
But also be honest. If you never buy snacks, you might just end up ordering something later when you're tired. Sometimes the balanced choice is buying what you'll actually eat in a portion that makes sense.
Yes, the supermarket is a planning space. You're not just buying food for who you are right now. You're buying for future you, the you who gets home late, the you who wants something quick, the you who wants a cozy night.
Future me is unpredictable. Future me might be a salad person, or future me might be a toast and peanut butter person.
Okay, next stop, the dairy section. It's quietly one of the most confusing areas now.
Milk used to be milk. Now it's milk plus 10 alternatives plus special versions of milk. Whole, skim, lactose-free, high protein, oat, almond, soy, coconut. And then each of those has sweetened and unsweetened.
This is where personal needs, ethics, health goals, and taste all collide. And it's easy to judge yourself here. Like, what does my cart say about me?
That's such a real feeling. Like your groceries are an autobiography.
And you know what? In a small way, they are. But it's not a final draft. It's one chapter, 1 week, 1 day.
Also, sometimes your cart is just, I had a long week.
Let's talk about prices for a minute, because the supermarket is where a lot of people feel the squeeze. You can walk in with a budget and still feel like the total climbs faster than you expect.
Especially if you're buying staples and basics. It adds up, and it can be stressful at checkout.
One thing that helps is learning your store's patterns. Where the store brands are, where discounts usually live, how to compare by unit price instead of sticker price.
Unit price is the tiny math problem the store hopes you won't notice, but it's literally the fairest comparison.
And shopping seasonally can help with produce. When things are in season, they're often cheaper and better tasting.
But even with all the smart strategies, there's still the emotional side of shopping, the part where you're trying to feed yourself or your family, and it's more than a transaction.
Absolutely. Food is care. It's culture. It's memory. Which is why certain aisles hit differently. Like the spice aisle.
Oh, the spice aisle is time travel. One jar can remind you of your childhood kitchen or a trip or someone you miss.
And then there's the international food section, where you might find something familiar or something you've never tried. It's a little invitation to expand your routine.
That's where impulse buys can be kind of wonderful. Not the random candy bar, necessarily, but the I'm going to try this sauce buy.
The curiosity buy.
Okay, but let's be honest about the most powerful impulse zone. Check out.
The last-minute gauntlet. Candy, gum, magazines, small drinks, little gadgets you didn't know existed 5 minutes ago.
It's designed for exactly the moment your brain is tired and you're standing still.
So if you ever feel like, why do I suddenly want this? The answer is, because you're human and the environment is doing what it was built to do.
Let's do a quick fun exercise for listeners. If you're thinking about your last supermarket trip, what was the one item you didn't plan to buy? And what feeling did it satisfy?
Was it comfort, convenience, reward, curiosity? And did you enjoy it, or did it just add clutter and guilt? No judgment, just information.
Because that's the real goal, to understand your patterns so shopping feels less like a wrestling match.
And to make the supermarket work for you, not the other way around.
Before we wrap, let's share a few small, realistic ways to make supermarket trips calmer.
First, don't shop starving if you can help it. Even a small snack beforehand can change your decisions.
Second, keep a running list during the week. When you run out of something, add it right away. It takes pressure off your memory in the store.
Third, build a few default meals. Like 3 dinners you can make quickly. Then you're not reinventing your entire life in aisle 5.
Fourth, give yourself one intentional treat. If you plan it, you're less likely to rebound into a bunch of random extras.
And finally, forgive the imperfect cart. Not every trip is a beautifully balanced haul. Some trips are survival trips. Some are celebration trips. Some are just, I need coffee and I need it now.
The supermarket is just a place where life shows up in budgets, in routines, in cravings, in hopes. It's normal.
So next time you walk through those doors, maybe notice one thing you usually ignore. The way the store leads you. The choices that tire you out. The aisle that feels like comfort. The product that reminds you of someone.
Because in a weird way, learning how you shop is learning how you live.
That's the episode. Thanks for coming to the supermarket with us.
And thanks for listening all the way to checkout.